Hey guys, so we're going to go over the Cookie Dough Bites lab. All right, so I've already washed my hands and I've got some of our equipment here. Okay, we have to cream our butter and our sugar together. So I'm gonna get my hand mixer ready, and you can do this in your stand mixer. It's just easier on the demo table if I use the hand. Now, it says for softened butter. So you can see where like I've squeezed the butter and it's already soft. Now I let this soften at room temperature, and so it's already soft. When you get in the lab, a lot of times we don't have time to let it soften at room temperature. So what you're gonna wanna do is take it out, put it in a bowl, a microwave safe bowl, and you're gonna microwave it for like 5 to 10 seconds. It doesn't take very long. However, long it takes for it to get soft. You don't want it melted, you just want it soft. If you melt it, it's gonna ruin the consistency of your cookie dough bites. We also need 1.5 cups of packed brown sugar. So I have my dry measuring cups, and just like we did with our flour, we're going to use a spoon to measure out our brown sugar. But with brown sugar, you do want to pack it in. So we don't pack our flour, but we will pack our brown sugar. So I'm just gonna start scooping some in there and packing it down as we go so that I know I have an accurate measurement. Brown sugar does tend to get clumps. So brown sugar is brown because they've added molasses to it. So it's just like white sugar with molasses. But the molasses causes it to taste slightly different than regular sugar. And we are still going to level this off with our spatula. So I'm going to overflow my brown sugar so that I know it's all the way to the brim, so I have an accurate measurement. A little more just to be on the safe side. Okay, so now that my measuring cup is over the brim, I'm gonna go ahead and take my spatula and I'm going to just level off the excess, okay? Now I can add that to my butter because we're gonna cream those two together. And I'm gonna do the same thing with my 1/2 cup. So once again, my measuring cup is overflowed again. I'm gonna scrape off the excess. Now we can add that. And now we're going to mix our brown sugar and our butter together. So we're gonna cream it so it has a nice consistency. And you may need to use your rubber scraper to get the ingredients off the sides and put it back in the center while you're mixing. That's okay. Whenever you start it, you want to make sure that you put the hand mixer in the ingredients. Beaters, that way it has a chance to incorporate a little bit better. Keep doing this until I get kind of waves with my hand mixer, and then I'll know that the mixture has been creamed. So now that we've creamed our brown sugar and butter together, we're gonna go ahead and add the remaining ingredients. A teaspoon of my vanilla extract. We're also going to mix in 6 ounces of chocolate chips. So the bags come in about 12-ounce sizes, so you really only need half a bag. If you want a more accurate measurement, we're gonna use our half-cup dry measuring cup, because we know that will be an accurate measurement for it. Okay, and with a ingredient like chocolate chips, you're just gonna have to get it as close to the top as you can. Okay. And then I'm gonna use 2 of those, because half the bag is a cup. Okay, and we're just gonna get it as level as we can. Okay, if we level it off, then we're gonna lose more than we want to. And then we need our 2 cups of flour. Again, we're gonna spoon our flour into our measuring cup. So yes, if you have a clean spoon, you may use your same measuring cup that you use for your brown sugar. Just make sure you're not putting the brown sugar spoon into it. is overflowing again. And then we're going to level it off with our spatula. Instead of starting with my hands, I'm just gonna use my rubber scraper and I'm gonna fold it in the flour in until I can't anymore, and then if I need to, I will use my hands. We need our 2 cups.
Hey Rachel, what are you cooking today?
We're making cookie dough bites.
I'll tell you what, it smells good.
Oh, thank you. I've got some potato soup if you want it.
Oh no, thank you. Yeah, it smells really good.
Thanks.
This is their side job, huh?
Oh yeah.
Have a good one.
You too. All right. So we're gonna fold it in. That was Mr. Bechtel, if you guys heard him. And this is gonna give us that cookie dough consistency. Oops. Okay, now I'm gonna use my hands. So make sure your hands are clean. Mine are. I didn't clean them at the beginning of the video because I've cleaned them I cleaned them before. I've also cleaned them a million times today, as I hope the rest of you have. Cleaning them once doesn't count as completely clean. Unless you clean them the one time before you start cooking. Okay, and it is messy. It's sticky, it's messy, it's gooey. Okay, so just know that if you're the one mixing it with your hands are gonna get sticky, and that's okay. Just wash them. Okay, all right. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my disher, try to get some of that off into the bowl. Okay, and then I'm going to scoop out the amount that I need. Okay, so it's about a tablespoon. And then I'm going to put that onto my foil covered jelly roll pan, because it is going to have to sit in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes before we can eat them. And when we're done, so after it's been in the refrigerator for that long, you can go ahead and if you want to drizzle chocolate syrup on it, that's fine. If you're at home and you have chocolate chips or melting chocolate, or if you have a double boiler, you could use your double boiler to melt the chocolate chips and then dip them in and let them cool for another 10 minutes so they have a hard shell. And it's like having bonbons. All right, so that's what we're going for. So I'm gonna let you guys go, and this is just how we'll finish. Again, they're gonna go in the fridge for 30 minutes.